Welcome back, guys. How are you?
What's up?
For you guys who don't know, my name is Jen.
And my name is Shady.
We're back again. Another week coming to you with a great topic. What is today's topic, Sha?
Today we're going to be talking about generational curses in the family.
Yes.
And
from our experiences,
which ones you feel like you want to break, and you don't want to continue on to your lineage.
Perfect. So let's expand a little bit more on the actual topic or the actual word generational curses, right? So I'm 27, and you have your parents, you have your grandparents.
So things you feel like you inherited from your parents.
Exactly. It don't have to
they
be
probably inherited from their parents.
Right.
That you feel like you need to break out of, or it will continue.
Yeah, break out of or grow.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Kind of. You know what
I mean? Tomato.
Yeah, exactly. I want to say, like, you inherit a lot of things from your parents or your grandparents, when they pass. But these things that we're talking about today. It's just some basically habits and things that, like we said, things that you feel that you need to break and change, right? So I want to say one thing I want to break and change in my lifestyle is the single mom home.
Facts. That's heavy in my family.
Yeah, and my family it's heavy as well. Like a single parent, mainly being the mom. I know some people who definitely have the father who is a single parent, but in my family, I grew up with just my mom, like we spoke about in our father's episode. Then my grandmother, she raised just her kids because my Papa was Rolling Stone. And then my great-grandmother. So as far down as I know in my lineage, especially on my mom's side, it's been a single mom raising kids. Raising kids and raising the neighborhood, because we weren't a type of family that, one man for its own.
It's a village life.
Yeah, my grandmother had a 3-bedroom apartment for her son, and her daughter. And at one point in time, she told me she had 15 people living in that 3-bedroom apartment because we took in the neighborhood. She adopted my cousin, you know what I mean? So it was a big family being raised by one lady. And obviously, raising a village, you get help from, or you try and get help from outside, but it's just especially being a black woman, it's hard to get help without people looking down at you.
Oh, it's so ridiculous. Stupidity.
So that's the main topic I want to touch on.
So you could touch on just, you basically get kicked in the door waiting full.
Exactly.
Continue and talk about what you feel like you inherited and you want to change and what you see for your future generations.
Yeah, exactly. So growing up without a father very present, as I said prior episode, I don't really see much of a difference because I didn't have my father present, but it's just, I just don't feel like it's beneficial for the child, because you're gonna just be hearing everything, and everything's gonna be one-sided, and it's just, I don't know, it's harder. You have to do everything. Well, the parent has to do everything. The one parent has to do it. My mom had 5 girls. She had to do everything for us. She had to be both the mom and dad. She had to. And it's just hard to see my mom having to struggle with the way she did. And it feeds off on your children. She was a great mother, but it's you see it falling down into her kids. We've all lived in the same household, and they all turned out very different. And it's something I don't want for my kids.
Naturally, they're not all going to be the same anyway.
No, of course.
But you want them to just have certain mannerisms.
How would they be if we had 2 parents and the same? My grandma and my great-grandma, they did great jobs. Obviously, my mom and everybody, they were able to grow a family and everything. We're still alive and all that stuff. But, how different would our life be if there was, and I feel the same for a lot of families that are out here with just a single parent household.
I think not to cut you off.
Yo, go ahead.
But I definitely believe if there was more fathers present
and mothers, I mean, I want to speak for
We'll
both
get into
sides.
But if there were more two-family households, no matter the money situation, I feel like the black community in a whole would definitely be moving way better because just having that perspective of family first and family orientated, just like the rest of these cultures do.
Yeah,
it would definitely put us a step. We'll be moving in the right direction.
Yeah,
with unity, regardless of us having our defaults and different agreements and different views. I mean, I feel like the rest of these cultures have that too.
Yeah.
But more of them are more family knit.
They are.
They believe in building within the family, keeping within the family, putting back within the family.
Right.
So I feel like, yeah, that's definitely one thing that if that was more prevalent in the black community, we definitely would be moving in the right direction. So
Absolutely.
I definitely believe in that. But yeah, you can continue with your generational curses.
Yeah, no, that is my major.
I mean, that's
one.
the only main one that you think you need. I mean, fixing for your generation to come and stuff.
No, I definitely
no.
That one no, but also our feeds off of the same topic. It's like when our women are raising our sons, don't coddle your sons.
Oh hell yeah!
Like it's like, oh okay, that's my baby. He's the boy. I don't want him to be like his dad. Coddle him. And then he turns around, he's gonna be like that. And
he's just gonna expect women to just be
providing for him all the time. And then you treating your daughter like, she got to do this. Go wash the door. Go do this. Don't do that. Go and you know what I mean. Like the woman is learning from
our mothers. We are not here to support your sons.
Here's our ad libber. Girlfriends. She said, girlfriends are not mothers. We're not here to support your son.
Also, they need to give some of that loving to the daughters so they know what to expect from a guy, because I feel like we're so much raised with the you got to be independent, you got to have your stuff together, you got to have this, that, and the third, that we think we have to naturally provide for these guys, and we end up enabling them too, just like what they got with their, their moms and stuff. So that's definitely something that got to
and it's becoming more prevalent now, where even the roles are switching. A lot of women are in the workforce. Right. I mean, I don't have no problem, with either way you want to choose. If you want to be a stay-at-home mom, go do that. If you want to be a working mom, then go do that.
I want to be a balance of both.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
I definitely don't want to be in the crib 24/7.
Nah. I mean, listen.
But I wouldn't mind it.
I want to be a stay-at-home mom.
I do too. But I still want to be. I mean, if I'm gonna do that, I want to work from home.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, exactly.
Where
that's
I'm
the goal.
Still active and I'm still, doing something productive.
Exactly.
So when you have children, you should definitely stay home.
Oh, yeah, exactly. When they're kids,
that's how,
it's a lot easier.
I definitely.
But it's easier when you have a 2-family household. You know what I mean?
Right. and there's 2 incomes.
Yeah, exactly. Because now, especially if I have a side business while I'm taking care of kids, because I mean, not for nothing, I don't trust these daycares out here. Like you watch on the news every day. This one.
I just don't trust people watching my kids.
It's like hard. This kid he had a dairy allergy. The girl gave him a grilled cheese. She was new or something like that, and he almost died. I think he actually did die, but I'm not sure. And then this kid, people be like, what is it? They be beating on your kids and da da da. You know what I mean? So I just want to be in my child's life for as long as I can while they're in their sponge years, basically, because you're a sponge, you're absorbing everything, learning language and everything. So those are the most, So
that's one thing coming from that, because I feel like with us talking about we need to be more in our children's lives, that's one thing I do want to break. Not to say my parents weren't heavy in my life, but they couldn't interact with me as much as they wanted to and as much as I feel like they needed to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's one thing, like whenever I'm like watching anybody's kids, like they got my full attention, like we're playing games, like we're baking, we're doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? Hands on, because you're like actually teaching them and stuff like that. So that's one thing I'm grateful. I have my grandmother and my great grandmother in my life to give me that extra attention and stuff like that, because my parents had to work or whatever it is. But you know,
at the end of the day,
that's
especially when you like, you know, the jobs out here is not really catering, or not catering, but they're not really open to everyone.
Right.
When you have to work all the time and then your kids are getting that less attention,
right.
and you're doing all of this so that
For
you can
them
take
to be good, right?
Exactly,
right.
but then they end up not being good because you're not present.
Right.
But so it's like, do you
I feel
provide
like
a home or
emotional support is more important? But like we were saying, we have to keep up a balance. It has to be a balance.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's all life is about. You know, good and bad. So we gotta go to work, but we gotta make that extra time and effort to also give them attention.
Yeah, so, that time when you do have that spare time, make it family time. Make it, you know, talking time, and also be able to. This is probably one of the things I want to change is. Communication, like
100%.
Growing up as a kid, it was like, stay in a child's place.
Oh yeah.
Or
do as I say and not as I do.
You know
that is the stupidest thing to tell a child. Yeah. And that's one thing I gotta say. I regret a lot growing up trying to mold my little sister, my baby sister. I did a lot of retarded stuff in front of her, but I was like 15. But I was always aware. Yeah. Unfortunately, I knew in the back of my head, like, yo, this is wrong. I shouldn't be doing this in front of her. I shouldn't be showing her. But these are things that now I'm glad that I broke out of. So now when I have my kids, I definitely won't do that in front of them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
but I had some things done in front of me that probably shouldn't have been done. You know, but not to say my parents, but just like other people,
things you're exposed
to. You get exposed to a lot of things, but
especially when you have everyone's hands in the kitchen,
right? When you're raised by a village, right? So that's something I definitely want to. You know, I want to be an example. You know what I'm saying? You got to be an example. I feel like that's very, very important. In this generation, you cannot tell your kid to do something that you're doing, right? Yeah. Or that you want
to be the role models and have them look to you first before they look at these people in social media, because social media is only getting more crazy.
Oh my gosh, toxic. Anybody can be like a guru, and an influencer, and be influencing your child to burn the house down. Like,
absolutely,
it's crazy. You don't want that. You want to be that example in your household, to set the standard for your kid anywhere. So that's definitely really important. Do as I say, not as I
have
do.
an open line of communication,
so
that like, if they feel like there's questions that they have, let them come to you first, rather than go to the street for the answers to questions.
Unfortunately, I feel like as kids, though, as me being a kid, I know I could have probably came to my parents for a lot of stuff, especially like my mom and stuff. But there was just things I just didn't want to talk about with my parents. Until I got of age where I feel like I could have that heart to heart or just that talk with them about things, even if it was uncomfortable. I had to get to a certain age to break out of that, so I can't really say.
But that's why you gotta make them feel like really anything they tell them, you won't like. I mean, I guess you can't be too harsh with your punishments. You know what I'm saying? Okay, basically what I'm trying to say is...
There gotta be a balance.
Yeah, because like if you... Like when I'm working out, right? My boyfriend, he sees that I feel like I'm failing myself. He'll say, you know what, listen, I know it's getting tough and I know you want to give up, but what are you fighting for? You know what I mean? So he'll talk to me to the point where it's like, next time we do it, I want to do it. Right. You know, so giving the kids the option of like, oh, Dad, you know, I really tried to get 100 on my test, but I got a 70. You got a what? Next time, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, you know what I mean? Making it so like, okay, see, I see you worked hard for it. I saw you studying for it. What can you do next time to get to it? Yeah. But you know what I mean? Giving your children options and letting them know, like,
even with my parents not being harsh, though, I gotta say this. Just seeing them disappointed used to like hurt me. Yeah. Like if I come home with a 4th grade and I see them like,
I cried when I got an 85, I used to be like. I know. It hurts you as a kid too. It's hard. It's honestly hard to either be
because you're just trying to please them and stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
It's hard to be. It's hard to be not so strict, but then open. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and you can raise a kid to the best of your ability, and then things out there in the street influence them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen regardless.
You know,
it's just you gotta sharpen them up for that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
They're gonna get influenced and by everything. Honestly, like people with technology. I feel like
the way it's growing,
everything of subconscious. We're always taking in things. You know, so. We can get influenced by anything, but it's on how you was raised, and everything plays a role in how you react to things,
right?
You know, so I was always taught to be calm, to be humble, to not, you know, like I'll have my ways, you know, I'm not perfect, but I feel like the way I was raised, I'm not like, because I know a lot of people that lash out at people or lash out at authority if they feel some type of way. Like I know how to deal with them without being overreactive and stuff like that to make the situation worse or whatever.
Exactly.
So it's all in, because you know things are gonna happen that you can't control, but you can only control your reaction. So if you're taught not to, you know, spaz out on people or give them the benefit of the doubt or you know certain things, if you're taught that, then when you get out in the streets it's not gonna
be as crazy,
right? Because I know some people that let every little thing get like under their skin, and they always like ready to lash out.
And
on
this all starts
whatever.
at home.
Oh yeah,
it all starts at home. Like literally, that's where everything. Like you really plant that seed from a very young age, and you watch it grow. It could either wither and die, or it can sprout into something beautiful. But just the way you water it and the way you care for it, you know. I mean, if my kids.
I was just about to say, what do you want for your future kids and your grandkids and all of that? What's the wisdom that you're gonna drop on them and everything?
I just want them to know that, you know, love is always at home. That, you know, I'm always here for them. I'm always here to talk to them. I want them to know that in anything that they do, I support them. You know what I mean? Even if you fail, I wanna be the person that back you up. Like, okay, you failed. I'm happy you failed, because you failed.
You learn from that.
Exactly. Because if you've never fallen in your life, you will never know how good it feels to get up.
Right.
You know. So I want to be able to constantly put that into them.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Kendrick said that, a minor setback for a major comeback. My favorite.
Exactly.
That's literally my favorite.
That's life. Yeah. Exactly. You have to. Sometimes you really do have to take a step back to move forward. Because if you don't step back and see what you did that first time, you'll never be able to see the right route to choose.
Right.
So you taking that step back at a fork in the road. Now you see you went down this road. Now you're gonna go take a road more profitable, more prosperous, more whatever you want it to be. Listen. Everything we talk about is always talk about balance, right? So there is no up without down. There's no left without right. There's no
good
win without
bad.
Exactly. Good without bad. Yin no yang. Like we're all balanced. So in order for you, this is why when I tell my kids, like, in order for you to win, in order for you to succeed, you do have to fail. And I'm gonna be here to support you when you fall. I'm gonna be always here guiding you. I'm always gonna be, you know, your biggest fan.
I feel like the wisdom I want to drop. Well, I will drop on my future kids and my grandkids, because I'm going to be that cool grandma, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be that cool great grandma, you know what I'm
spoiled my grandkids so they can go back to the kids.
Go back to their parents, and they're going to be tight. I'm going to do that too. That's the plan. But, I feel like the main thing I'm going to drop, especially, like she said, just letting them know, like, I'm here for you, you know, regardless, good, bad. Whatever it is, I'm gonna be on your side. I got you. But I definitely want them to always be self-aware.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing that I feel like I see a lot of people are not.
I want them to know exactly.
Always know your history. Oh yeah, that's the main thing I'm gonna teach them: their history and where they came from. Because all these slave movies and everything ain't it.
It's not.
It ain't it. And I'm tired.
Oh, so by the way, it's my history, my guys.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
And, we get 1 month, the shortest month. But
blackness, you feel me?
happy Black History Month to you guys out there. But go ahead.
It's Black History Year, okay?
It's Black History.
Every day is Black
forever.
History.
Yeah,
You heard, but anyway, yeah. Definitely gonna teach them where they come from because they won't know where they're going if they don't know where they came from.
Exactly.
So that's
you gotta have a starting point.
Yo,
to
that's
see the
one
finish
thing.
line.
I don't want to say that's a generational curse,
It
but
is, though.
within other families, because my family, they taught me scholastically, like in school where we came from. My father and my mom too. Others will always do research and just bring things up to my attention to show me a lot of our history, so I could research it and look up, because they know I was that curious child. I was that child in the classroom that the teacher was tired of putting her damn hands up to the point where she would stop answering me.
You gotta ask questions though, and then be
I was
open to
the man
answer
like,
those questions. Listen,
so why?
this is why. That's what I do with my grandma. I'm like, grandma. So where was your grandma born?
Right.
So when did this happen?
Yeah.
Oh, so who this cousin? So how I'm cousins with this cousin?
Right.
And my grandma was like,
So
well,
where our
Jennifer,
family
I
come
don't know.
from? And da-da-da-da.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But if she
yeah.
asks those questions, she might know. You know what I mean? That's one of another curse that we have, is that we're not asking questions about our
we
history.
just accepting what we've been told.
We're accepting the truth that's been told to us and the sins that have been whited out and everything. We're just like on autocorrect right now. You know what I mean? You gotta ask questions,
And
get
do
answers,
and do research. Yeah.
Because sometimes you gotta pay for these things nowadays, but there's free ways to figure out really what's happening.
I feel like knowledge is free and it isn't. It depends on how deep you want to go with it, you know. But
I don't want to do that ancestry test because they're gonna just tell you what you want to hear.
no, but yeah, that's why you got family for.
Yeah, that's what I'm
questions,
saying.
Yeah, ask questions and find out.
Yeah, because they're just gonna tell you what you want to hear. It's gonna say that you're from Africa, but you may not be. You could be from America because we from this land. You could be Native America. You know what I'm saying? You can be.
Honestly, I met my great grandmother and she ain't say she was from nowhere else. She didn't look African. Okay, not to say anything against Africans, but my great grandmother, her parents were from America.
Yeah.
So this whole
we brought
come
here
from Africa thing.
Not everybody.
I don't believe.
Yeah.
I believe a lot of us here are indigenous and aboriginals to this land. Because I met mine, and she ain't saying nothing about us, and we ain't got no back culture. You know, like
my great grandmother was born in South Carolina.
Same, South Carolina.
Yeah. So great. My grandmother's grandmother. Yes.
Yeah, grandmother's good. And my grandmother's grandmother on the other side, my mom's side too, is from the South.
I don't know what my.
So where is this? Because it doesn't go that far back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Majority of us have family in the South, and then people always joke on black people when they say they got Cherokee Indian in their family. Bro, majority of us come from Indians.
Yeah.
That's facts. That's not like that's facts. Because his slavery wasn't but a couple hundred years ago.
Yep.
So if our great grandmothers that died in like 90 something years old are saying that they from,
I'm trying to think what year.
my grandmother was born 1920.
My grandma's born 22.
No, 1912 actually.
My grandma's born 1922.
1912 or 1913.
Your grandmother or your great grandma?
My great grandmother, 1913.
Yeah. So my grandmother was born 1943. My great grandma was born 1922, and her grandma was born in 1900, something like that.
Right. So, and where they from?
They're from South Carolina.
Boom. There you go. That's facts.
Yeah. So.
That's facts. You can't.
Yeah, mine is everywhere, so I can't dig in mine.
But
we found our Asian family in the South. So
but then my
they
father's
South, but
side.
they're not from the South. They just live there. That's what I'm saying.
But they travel
they're
from
from
where?
another country. Michelle's mother is not from America.
But she ain't from Africa either.
No, that's what I was saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Some of us, we got a lot of interesting things.
My grandmother.
This is why you can't just take history from what you gotta
she's from
research.
So many places. I don't know.
Ask your family questions.
Ask questions.
Right.
So that's the curse, definitely, that we are
that's
afraid
definitely
to
a curse
ask
that
questions.
we just accept what we learn from school and stuff like that.
And most of the time, the school system, it ain't it. It ain't it. They're just gonna tell you exactly what was told to them.
It's a programming.
And you know what? The thing is, they got to get the curriculum approved.
Right.
So the people behind the desk pushing them people who was in front of them around, they're approving what they want us to hear. And it's just a strict curriculum setting us up row by row, the same way they put them in the factories, row by row, and like it's just they're teaching us like this industrial.
Knowing who you are is the first step of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get that knowledge. I feel like that's very important.
It is.
And I'm so internally and externally grateful that I met my great grandmother.
Yeah.
So when I have my great grandkids around and my grandkids around, I'm definitely gonna pass this knowledge on to them.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do too. Just make sure they know who they are. They have open communication. They just ask questions. They're not afraid to come to us.
Here's a generational thing I'm breaking. Perms. My child. No, I'm serious. I went to school. I'm going to school for this currently. I'm serious.
Nah, I know what you mean.
And I've seen the damage is done to my grandmother, my great grandmother. Not my grandmother on this side, but on my father's side.
Yeah.
I didn't see the damage it did to her hair, but my great grandmother, she was balding, but her hair was as long as this, longer. My great grandmother's hair is very long.
My grandmother on my father, Ginger. Her hair, she always keeps it up in the bun.
Right.
But she take it down, that thing is down.
That's what I'm saying.
And silky.
But my grandmother's hair was destroyed because she was a teacher. So I believe they probably made her straighten her hair. No, my grandmother, my dad's side, my great grandmother. I have teachers all three of my family.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, mad teachers. So I come from teachers on both sides. But she had to straighten her hair, and her hair was it was long when I met her when I was younger.
Yeah.
But this is after like years of like, I guess, chemicals and straightening her hair, hot combing it. It was like broke off in a lot of spaces.
Yeah.
But the parts that had hair was, oh my gosh, it was dumb long.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I remember in my memory. I used to be like, dang, why my grandmother wear wigs like this? And then when I used to see her hair, I'd be like, oh my gosh, her hair is so beautiful. But she didn't have it all over her head.
Yeah. That's what happened to my mother. My mother, when my grandma used to take care of her hair, as a young, my grandma said, she had the most beautiful long thick hair.
Same thing with my mom.
And then she started doing her own hair. Fell asleep with a perm in her hair.
Oh, she wild out.
My mom fell asleep with a perm in her hair.
She's wild.
And then her hair was like never really the same after.
Oh my gosh, Missy.
And then, I know, right? And then when she got like a little sick or whatever, she stopped perming her hair. And then I'm touching her hair, it's getting thicker. And it's so nice and silky. Right. I'm like, dang, Mom.
But that's one thing with us not knowing ourselves, we didn't understand the love and care we need to have for our hair. They don't teach us how to take care of our hair.
No.
We got to teach ourselves how to take care of our hair. That's why it's so beautiful to see a lot of people in our generation now are switching and that light bulb is on and we not with it because we actually love our hair. Yeah. They taught us not to love it, Not to say they, but society beautified other people's hair,
but now they're
put
trying
it on a pedestal before ours. Not really. They still not really celebrating.
No, they're trying to do.
But they trying
their hairstyles, and then they're putting it in the way where it's like brand new.
Right, but it's not. It's all really been out here forever. Yeah. But that's another thing I definitely want to break, and I want my kids and my kids' kids and my kids' kids. Yeah. And that never to put none of that chemical crap in their hair, and to love their hair and to honor their hair because it is important. Yeah. It's our antennas. That's our connection to the spiritual world. That's our connection to Mother Earth because we are of Earth.
Absolutely.
So that's one thing that's a curse I definitely got to break. Within myself, even I just had to stop putting weaves in my hair. I last got a weave last year, and this year I vowed to not put no weaves, no sewings, because I don't mind wearing a wig. There's nothing wrong with a wig if you're taking care of it underneath. You know what I'm saying? But even weaves break off your hair. They do with that glue with the needle. Stuff, not even the glue. The needle and thread. The thread is literally ripping your hair out. And I had to learn that. I don't do that. The last time I took out my weave because I was being extra and like cutting it out, I cut a part of my hair, but even when I took out the rest, my hair was very like breaky. So you see, you know how like you see somebody's phone, you can see through it. I hate that. Like I like you see how full her hair is. This is how my hair is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I vow to definitely, you know, I cut my hair. And I'm just trying to regrow it the natural way.
This is day 12, girls, guys. I didn't do my hair in like 2 weeks.
No more weaves, because my hair grows nicely. So no more weaves, and that's another.
I mean, we can be unique with our hair growing. And all that beautiful stuff. And if you want to do braids and everything, just embrace your natural self. Like, so
love you.
That's basically my final thought. Like, I want to make sure that my child loves who they are. Shut up. Guys, I want to ask y'all something. Do I look like Queen Latifah? I've been called that since I was in the second or fourth grade, bro. Do I look like her? Please comment and let me know.
I've been called Lauryn Hill, and I mean she's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing. You look like her.
I don't know. I don't look like her. Lauryn Hill's lips is bigger.
Nah, but you know what?
Her eyebrows. I wish I had her eyebrows because she got some dope eyebrows. Thick. And she has more lips than me. I wish I had those lips.
But you know what I mean?
But I definitely respect the compliment.
I respect both of them. Like, those are beautiful ladies. I mean, I could look like, but I've been called that since some lady, the nurse, the lunch lady. I remember it was I went to school, elementary school, and the lunch lady was like, you know who you look like? I was like, I'm in the 4th grade. Who, the 2nd grade, whatever grade. Who you look like? I'm like, who? Queen Latifah. And from that day on until now, even my sister's friend, he'd be like, UNITY. I'm like, bye. Queen, if you're watching, I respect you and I love you. And if I look like you, I could play you in a role. Listen,
same. I'll definitely,
you know what I'm saying? If you got a life role coming up, let me know. But anyway, guys, my final thought: love yourself. Tell your kids that. Try and break these curses. Try and bring your generation up. Try and love one another. Try and bring your village even tight knit so we can help one another. Once you help your own home, your own community will grow. Yes. All right. What's your final?
Starts with you. My same. Damn, you done said everything. Oops. Teach them to love themselves. Teach them to love and take care of their hair. This is things I want to do. Also, that's pretty much it. Love you. Love yourself. And everything will follow. Listen, follow God. Listen to Him. And
amen. And follow, like, and subscribe to us. So you can hear more stuff like this on a weekly basis. And like I said, comment, let us know what you think, what you want to hear about, ask us questions. Maybe you can be a guest on one of our upcoming episodes.
Oh, definitely.
We'll love you guys. Come on, come out, come visit. Bye guys, see you next week.